But I have a cat in my lap. Do you know how anti-productive a cat can be sometimes? Like, you don't want to disturb him. He's sitting here, he's purring like crazy, he's so happy. I don't want to get up and disturb him. And even if I roll the chair over there and try to reach it, he's going to get scared and he's going to go running. Like, he's even kneading my leg with his little paws. You can't disturb this guy. I don't want him to run away. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this cat. So yeah, questions. The very first one, of course, they should be using self-leveling concrete. That's nuts the way they're doing it. When you go in there with a level, and you actually check the level of the floor, you find out that the front of the store that is on the street is about somewhere between 8 and 10 inches lower than the back of the store. So if we were to try to put self-leveling concrete in that space, it would all slump straight out the door. So self-leveling concrete is out, unless we wanted to do some step transition, ramp transition, or something like that. But it would wind up being too heavy, too much. It's an old building. It's got some decent truss structure underneath, but not fully. It's not going to support a couple tons of concrete on it. Can't figure out what they're doing in your office, raising the floor up that high without a ramp. Looks like a trip hazard. First off, you think this is the end? That's all they're going to do is the back of the office? No, they're doing the entire floor. We didn't pay $20,000 for 400 square feet of new subfloor, and that's it. So we're doing the entire floor. And trip hazard. Why is everybody with this trip hazard constantly? Like, the human race would not even survive this long with steps. We all have steps. We have a step to get in this store. How have we survived without ramps everywhere? Oh my god, everybody should be falling on their face and breaking their nose everywhere. What are they doing? So the floor is not flat. It's not level, it's not flat. In Lewis's office, what they've done so far, where you see it, where you can see where they raised it by the door there, that is the high point. So that's the smallest amount that you see. By the time you get to the other side of the wall, they're about 6 inches out. So the actual floor is 6 inches underneath that subfloor. That's how much everything rolled from one side to the other. And then the main space itself is the same that way. It crests in the center and then comes back down right out the door. So where the finished product of this is going to be, it's not going to be level. The floor is not going to be level, but it's going to be flat. There's two different things here. Level is level as far as gravity is concerned. Flat is flat. So the floor is still going to be sloping out towards the door, because if we didn't, then we would have like 10 inches worth of a step at the end of the space, but we're going to have it slope flatly all the way out to the front. So there's not going to be any lumps anywhere. You're not going to be drifting anywhere or anything, but there is a 4 to 5 inch difference from the back wall all the way to the front, where it's going to transition to tile.
Are they going to shorten the toilet door with a higher floor?
That's up to... not sure what we're going to do that yet. We might shorten the door. We might raise the floor in the bathrooms, put another subfloor, retile it, move the collar for the toilet and the floor drain and stuff like that. I'm probably going to have to raise the sink. I don't know if he's going to do it, but we don't have to pay him to do it. I could raise the sink because it's going to be way too low by then. I don't know if we're going to do that or if we're just going to put a ramp from the main space into... the bathrooms. I think it just might be better to just put a ramp from the main space into the bathroom, put 2 handrails on either side so you don't trip into the ramp, because, you know, humans are stupid and they don't know how to walk on a floor if it has steps in it.
Paul already explained why no screed is used in the new store.
Self-leveling concrete?
Oh.
Because the back is too high compared to the front. It would all slump out the door. Why are you flooring the entire store? Not for wiring. Wiring is an afterthought for that. It's, the entire floor is wavy. From front to back, it's all wavy and uneven, and Lewis wants it to be flat. How many years should a raised floor like that expect to last with all the weight? It's built like a regular floor. Why should it not last? It has joists going across it. It has cross braces in it. It's made of 2x4s. It has points all through the entire thing that contact the original floor. Why would that not work? Why not self-leveling concrete? That's like the 30th time I've answered this question. People need to just rewind. The self-leveling concrete, there's a difference of about 10 inches from the back of the store to the front of the store if we were to try to pour concrete at the street. The main floor is half concrete slab on ground, half, engineered marble, half wood. It's a total mismatch mix of things.
Self-leveling concrete, asked Bino. Can you answer that question for the 90,000th time?
Self-leveling concrete? If we try to pour self-leveling concrete in the store, it will slump from the back of the store all the way out the front door. There's a difference of about 6 to 8 inches, 8 to 10 inches, I think it is, from the very back of the store to the front of the store. So the back of the store is way higher than street level. The front of the store is at street level. So if we pour concrete in there, it will all run right out the door. Sorry, Paul, you are wrong on the concrete. Why am I wrong on the concrete? Self-leveling concrete self-levels. It's runny. It will slump to the front. You can't skim coat something and then expect it to hold up at all on a flexible floor too. Part of it's wood. What are you going to do with concrete? Self-leveling concrete with a wood frame to stop it from pouring out the door. Now you have a 10-inch step that you have to step up into. And you're putting... The back of the store is a slab. So the slab is shifted to the right. So that's what's wrong with that, and that just needs to be leveled. But then you get into wood floor with a basement underneath it. And to make it level, even if you put a wall and make a step up and everything, you're going to have about 6 to 8 inches of concrete on the floor. How much weight is 6 to 8 inches of concrete on a floor? And then we put our equipment on the floor. I would not trust that floor. I would not trust that wood that's underneath there that's probably 100 years old. How do you think they use self-leveling concrete on high-rises? By your logic, it would pour over the sides. It would pour over the sides if they didn't put a plywood barrier around it. Are you serious? They make a pan.
Yeah, so it's up to you what you want.
With corrugated steel on the bottom and plywood all around the edges, and they fill it with concrete until it's up to the top of the pan, and then it levels itself out and everything. We are in a store that is leaning towards the front. If we pour concrete in here, we would have to put something here to hold it back, because it's just going to slump right out the front door onto the street. If we put something here, by the time you get up to the front of the store where the basement is underneath and there's a wood floor there, you're going to have 6 to 8 inches of concrete on top of a wood floor with old trusses underneath it. Isn't a concrete floor cheaper? Probably. Don't know. Don't care.
We're done for today. Thank you very much. Foot pedal?
But there's more questions!
There's no more questions.
There's more questions!
No, there's not. Where's the more question?
Is this... No.
None of those are questions.
Store flooring. They want to know why we're not using concrete.
Where?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Punch the screen if you see concrete again.
No, that's a nice monitor. I like that monitor.
I like when Paul blows up after Lewis fixes a board after replacing a resistor.
I never get them anymore. There's too many technicians in here that I don't see the easy shit no more. If it's up to me, like if it's through my vision, I think our business is failing, because the stuff that I get is just trashed beyond belief, and I only fix like 1 out of 4 every single day. So I feel like, oh my God, we're not going to survive, we're not going to sustain this, but that's because we have 3-4 other technicians that are fixing everything else that I used to fix. That was like, I would have a week where I have 30 machines fixed every single day, But no, now I have like, 30 machines that are no fixes in a week, and like, oh my god, what the hell?